Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Arnold Nerenberg, clinical psychologist licensed to practice in the state of California since 1974, and have walked upon this earth since 1941. Title of today's presentation is The 6 Best Ways to Hurt Someone's Feelings. The 6 best ways to hurt someone's feelings. People have had hurt feelings caused by other people from the beginning of time, since we've had people on the earth. People feel hurt, humiliated, neglected, left out, inferior, jealous. I'm putting it all together under hurt. A person's feelings of hurt is typically caused by another person, something they said or did, that leads to a perseveration of a thought or feeling. Perseveration of a negative thought or feeling. So somebody said something or did something, you didn't like it, and it doesn't leave your thoughts right away. You walk around and you're thinking about it. It's staying with you. It's a feeling that will diminishes your life. It's a feeling, if you had a choice, you wouldn't be having. I'm defining to you the characteristics of a hurt feeling. You get somebody said something, say, gee, that person said that. The first time he said it, I should have said this, I should have said that. Well, who does he think he is? He said that to me and did it in front of everybody. You feel humiliated. So the thought may perseverate, may go to sleep thinking about it, may even show up in your dreams. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you think about it. You wake up in the morning, you think about it. It can go varying degrees, but it happens a lot. Now, what you need to know is this level of penetration is common. It's not some rare event from some severely mentally disturbed person. This is a normal state of affairs that you've had, that I've had, and everybody you know has had. A key part is, if we had a choice, we'd say, I don't want to be feeling this. I don't even want to be having this thought, but there we are. So then how we deal with it, that's a whole other issue. Where right now we're dealing about the best way to cause this is somebody. Well, why would I want to go over the best ways to cause this to somebody? So give you some options. Is this something you really want to do? Is this something you really want to do? Now, people don't understand the impact they have on other people's lives. You know, a boss at work may say something and he just meant you to get the job done, but he hurt the person's feelings, or the employee may feel humiliated because he said it in front of other workers. And to that supervisor may mean nothing. You just want to get the work done. Hey, come over here. Didn't I tell you to do that? Yeah, take care of it now. So he just wants it done. But set in front of the people, person feels humiliated, goes home, thinks about it, wakes up in the morning, doesn't even want to go to work. This guy said it in front of all the people. Not the first time. He's always picking on me. I saw he doesn't do it to this other person, where he does it to me. It leads to a whole ocean of other negativity. Yeah, same thing my ex used to do to me. My ex used to talk to me that same way. So it opens up a flood about the ex. So we're looking at floods opening up of other kinds of thoughts could open as well. Now, how to deal with that hurt is one story. I'll go into a little bit of that, but I'm mostly going to talk about how to cause that. I want to emphasize again, believe me when I tell you, you have no idea how sensitive people are, how fragile and insecure they are. You have no idea. I'm 81. 20 years ago, I didn't. As I got older, I started realizing, oh my God, people, even the strong people, are fragile, insecure, and could really react to things that will tremendously detract from their lives. Didn't realize that when I was younger. I knew I was going through hurt feelings and humiliations and negative kind of thoughts going on in my mind. But when I was younger, I didn't know it was universal. One aspect that my patients, my people really appreciate, especially from my videos, is they realize I'm not alone. Other people are going through this. As a matter of fact, one of the blessings that I hope to present to you is for you not to feel alone in this. You might just think you're reacting to all these things, and no one else is. Why are you thinking that? Well, nobody else is saying it. Other people are not saying anything. Or if you tell a friend, this really bothered me, somebody might say, well, just get over it. Why are you dwelling on that? Get over it. Forget it. Go past it. Come on. Put it behind you. Snap out of it. These are expressions of denying what you're going through. And your truth is you'd like to get over it. You'd like to put it behind you. You'd like to snap out of it. But it doesn't work that way. Now, imagine billions of people walking around going on with these hurt feelings. If you look at people in Ukraine, they're suffering hunger. Maybe somebody in their family is killed. That's not a hurt feeling. That's just what's happening. But what can be very hurtful is they might think, well, and no one cares. Now they start feeling abandoned and hurt. So they're going through the privations, the grieving, the losing, the loss of loved ones. But on top of that, the tremendous sense of abandonment, and no one cares who's doing anything. You have in Ethiopia, 500,000 people slaughtered. There's a civil war between North and South. People of secret are fighting. 500,000 are killed. Whatever deaths and slaughters that are happening, who even knows about it over here? If you go on TV, you're not even going to see anything about it. So they're feeling amazed. Well, nobody cares. So the hurt feeling and their problem in this situation is the least of their problem. Staying alive is an aid problem. But on top of that, nobody cares. Most people don't know. If they know, they don't care. Or if they do care, of course, they can't do anything about it. That's the feeling. Okay. I want to just painting a picture of how widespread this is. So it's something that's said to another person or done to another person that causes a perseveration of some negative thoughts of a disturbing nature that persists. That's a hurt feeling. Now, one way to hurt somebody's feeling is feeling superior. If you feel superior to another and you're projecting that, then you're going to have some arrogance, haughtiness, and a person's going to feel humiliated just being around that. They feel like you're talking down to them. They might feel like, hey, what do you think? I'm stupid? Because you feel superior, you might talk down, and a person might feel that you're talking to them as if they're stupid or beneath you. That's very hurtful. Of course, it's exacerbated if you then feel entitled to yell or curse at the person. Then it's even more hurtful. Because they feel they have the right. I'm so much better than you. I can yell at you, curse you. I can do whatever. You don't matter that much. The message is in that arrogance, you don't matter as much as I do. My needs, my thoughts, that's really defines reality. Who are you? You're not educated. You don't have any money. You're not as good looking as me, or whatever. And this creates hurtful aspect. And then part of that is the person expresses their feelings. Hey, this is hurting my feelings. And then you say, well, just get over it. You shouldn't be hurt by it. You disregard their feelings. You say you're hurt. You don't feel hurt. You're exaggerating. Or if you haven't, get over it. So you disregard their feelings. It is more hurt. Get over it. Or if the person has something to say, you don't even listen. That's another part of feeling superior. Your person ain't even worth listening. You don't listen, or you disregard what they say right away anyway. That will cause hurt feelings. Now, number two, the next best way is then you don't apologize. Person says, for whatever reason, somebody he hurt my feelings. And the person says, well, you're imagining that. I didn't intend to hurt your feelings. Get over it. Wasn't my intention. So it's on you. You have to, your response. If you ever hurt feeling, you hurt yourself because I didn't really do it to you. Was not my intention. I didn't have that thought. Get over it. That's going to hurt. That person feel disregarded, discounted. Or a person says, oh, you felt hurt. I said it that way. Oh, well, I was having a headache. I spoke that way. It's not an apology, just explaining. Say, here's the explanation of why I did that to you. Person says, yeah, but I need something more than I need an apology or whatever. No, this is why I did it. What's to apologize about? Or a person might feel hurt, and a person might say, well, you deserve it. You did this and this and that. You deserve that. So it's another way. They not apologizing is one of the 6 most powerful ways to hurt someone's feeling, because you have the power to help that person get over the feeling, and they don't do it. You can say, I apologize because I was wrong, or I apologize that it had that effect on you. Number 3, your person's neglected. For example, you leave the person out. Let's say you're with a couple of people, and you don't talk to Joe. You keep talking to the other people around and leave him out. Or you say, hey, we're going to have a party later, and you ask the others to come, and he's standing right there. You don't invite him. Left out. A lot of ways that can happen. Could be in a class at school. Everybody gets an invitation. You're sitting, you see everybody around. You got this invite to Mary's party, and somebody says, "So you're coming to Mary's party?" Well, I didn't get invited. So you feel left out. You feel hurt. The person says, "Well, you didn't get invited." Everybody's invited. Yeah, but I didn't get invited. That happens. That type of thing happens. So feeling neglected, left out, and that can happen in that sense. Or there's a conversation going on, and everybody's talking, and you feel like a dummy just standing there because no one's even looking at you or even giving you a chance to say anything or cares about what you have to say. That's a third very powerful way to hurt people's feelings. Another one is, it's one thing to say to Joe, hey, Mary said this about you, and John said that also. Now, it's one thing to say it to help them understand what's going on. I heard them say that, and I helped them understand why you did what you did, so they understand, won't be having those bad thoughts about you. And I cleared it up for you. That's one thing. So the other thing, you're telling the person they can't do anything about it, and it's really painful because it could be a blow up in their mind. Oh, everybody's saying this about me. Repeat. They're all saying it? Yeah. So then you walk out, you look around, yes, they're all saying, they're all having these bad thoughts about me. The idea of people all saying bad things about you behind your back, and you're sharing that. Now, it may not have meant to cause harm, but if you want to hurt somebody, that'll do it. All you have to do is go up to him and say, Joe, he's, it's a whole people, they're all saying you're stupid. They're all saying that, you don't even know your multiplication tables. You don't know how to deal with money. You don't even know, girls don't like you. I don't know why they're saying this. That's what they're saying. Well, whatever. So it's worse because you don't even know what's going on, so it can really blow up in your mind. Now, so that's 4 really powerful ways to hurt somebody's feelings. Number 5, which this one is really huge, is blaming. You say, hey, you left those keys there. It could be a small thing. You left those keys there, or you left the milk out. No, I didn't. I wasn't even in the house. You did it. Believe me, a small thing like that, you say, yeah, you're always blaming me. Walk around, I didn't. Especially if you feel wrongly accused, if you're blamed, it won't come off your mind readily. Maybe later the next day or later that night, say, hey, when you said I left that milk out, I just want to reassure you again, I didn't leave that milk. And it could be something that looks dumb, trivial, petty, but believe me, it will penetrate with you. I didn't do it. Now, could go even worse than that. That's a small one. Could say, a girlfriend says to a boyfriend, I saw you talking to Mary over there. You're flirting or whatnot. So what are you talking about? I just asked her to pass me the pepper over there that was on that table. I couldn't reach it. No, you were flirting. You're always flirting. I didn't do it. You can't prove it. No, I saw you do it. So you walk around with these feelings, and you walk around feeling I've been being wrongly accused. Now, if you're accused of something you did, that's one thing, but being wrongly accused for anything, small or big, could lead to that perseveration of a negative thought going on. Now, I'm going to tell you the 6th, probably one that somebody may never even get over. I'll tell you, I could hurt somebody's feelings where they don't even get over it. Maybe for the rest of their lives. Yeah. Especially you can do it if they're in junior high or high school. It's a formative age. But this is one that people don't get over. You criticize a body part. You say, hey, your nose is so big. How big your nose is. That's it. Especially in adolescence. And we're talking about there's some truth to it, but hey, your nose is huge. That's it. They want to get a nose job, or they're walking around, look in the mirror. What do you say to a girl, she's 16, 17, oh, your breast is so small. Walks around. That's it. The less of a woman. Not going to get over it, not in the near future. Or your ears are so big, you look like Jumbo the elephant. And of course, there's something to each of these things you're seeing. It might be small breasts, big ears, big nose. But that's it. It may not even be that big a nose. It might just be bigger than some of the other kids. But now, all of a sudden, look in the mirror, you've seen this big nose. But you don't get over those things. And it's a small thing. Body parts. Body parts. Now, so I told you how to hurt the 6 best ways to hurt people's feelings. So go out there and cause some real damage. No, just if you do now, now at one level. Now here's the kicker. Some people like to hurt people's feelings, so they get a satisfaction. Now we're talking. The person doesn't want to find a way to overcome that. They might like it because maybe they felt hurt from that person at some point, so now they got back. They like it. Or maybe the person thought, hey, he thinks he's superior to me. Watch this. Hey, Joe, I don't know why any girl would look at you. Look at your nose. Well, look, you're so puny. I mean, your chest is tiny. I mean, nobody's going to be interested. Go do some weightlifting. You can say, let me help you out. Go do some weightlifting because you look so puny right now. So your chest is all caved in. You can make it look like you're trying to give the person some advice, but you're really hurting them. Partly because you want to get back to them, or maybe you're jealous. You want to hurt that person. You want to bring them down a couple of notches. Sometimes it could be deliberate, or you just might enjoy hurting people. Some people just feel better about themselves by putting others down. Now, that's not honorable. And you have to ask yourself, when that goes on with you, or if it goes on with me, how to balance that. Now, if you're not committed to honor, you will do these things and no reason to stop. If honor is not a priority to you, it's going to go on. If honor is a priority, then you're going to want to overcome that and behave honorably towards others. One thing you can do if you're here's one of the laws of honor is to apologize. Now, there's one thing to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. That's good. So one thing to say, I'm sorry, or I apologize. That's good. I apologize. Please forgive me. It's even better. I apologize. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Even better. I apologize. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Now, if you really want to really go the distance to offset the damage you've done, I apologize. I was wrong. Please forgive me. And I'll really try to never do it again. That's the formula right there. I apologize. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Then you say, I'll never do it again, or I'm going to try to never do that again. That's if you want the full power of lifting somebody from their feeling hurt by you. That's it. Those are some of the laws of honor. The apologize. 25 laws of honor, 4 commandments of honor, a bridge, a supremacy of honor code. It's a whole system. To be able to do this more powerfully, you have to put honor before everything. You have to put honor before your pride, before sex, before money, before anger, before fear, before everything, before life itself. I call that the supremacy of honor code. So if you, and a person who takes that pledge to that, to bring that to the world for a more just society, I call it a devotee of honor. I'm not going to go into full honor system right now because I've done that in many of my lectures. You can see it on my other videos. But if you commit yourself to this way, and this is really a perfect way of life, of virtue, where you're not going to create regret and bad karma in your life. There are many people, pride can never apologize. Never admit they're wrong. I'm either you're one of those people or you know one of those people. Absolutely. And then some of us are not, then there's different gradations. Some people are apologizing all the time, left and right, and maybe overdoing it, and they don't do anything about it. But some people are really sarcastic. You start seeing, it takes a certain humility to be able to say, I was wrong, and I apologize for that. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. You have the power to correct wrongs that you're doing. I have the power to correct wrongs that I've done. Through the power of apologizing, where we're putting honor before pride. If you put your pride before your honor, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to look another person in the eye and say, I apologize, please forgive me. Or I apologize, I beg you to forgive. If it's somebody really deeply offended, I apologize, I beg for your forgiveness. Depends how much you want to take that pain away from somebody. There are people who love somebody, they can't beg for forgiveness because of their pride. So think about it. If you have the power to take the pain away from somebody you caused and you don't do that, it's a very serious statement about you. And if somebody has the power to take away your pain from something they said, and they won't do it because of their pride, tragic. We have the power to take away that pain, and we don't do it because of our pride. It's tragic, and that ruins good relationships. People have known each other for years and years and love each other. It ruins it. You have to ask yourself, are you one of these people? If you're not, I know you know people like that. It comes to a choice. One of the biggest choices you're going to make in your lifetime. I'll give you the choice right now. Are you willing to put honor before pride? At this moment, say, yes, I will put my honor before my pride. Right now, I'm going to ask you to answer that to yourself. You say to yourself, I will put honor before pride always. That's if you want to make that commitment. If you believe in God, you can ask God to help strengthen you in that commitment. God, please strengthen me in my commitment to put honor before pride always. Now, we're human. We can slip. Say something, we did something, we hurt somebody. We're just too upset. We really need to apologize right away. The more quickly, the better. But even if it's an hour later, or sometimes even a day later. But the more rapidly you do it, the better. And you may not be able to do it because the pride comes in. You just can't do it. You know you should, just can't get those words out of your mouth. Hey, I apologize. Yeah. But you've got to, it's up to you to make that decision. But if you want to reduce the pain you cause to others, this is the path of how to do it. And all of us, you, me, all of us are guilty of one of these 6 ways to hurt people's feelings. Universal. So part of the way of honor is to cause no harm. To do good and to cause no harm. You want to get to a point where you'd rather have your feelings hurt than to hurt somebody else. That's a very noble aspiration. I'd rather have my feelings hurt than to hurt you. Or to have an understanding relationship. Hey, if I ever hurt your feelings in any way, please let me know immediately because I want to correct it. I'll do whatever it takes to correct it. That creates trust. You want to have trust? There's the formula. If I ever do anything that upsets you or makes you feel hurt in any way, please tell me immediately because I care about our relationship and I'm going to correct it immediately. Now, if you're willing to do that, the connection you'll have with that person, whoever you make that commitment to, is off the charts. Beautiful life. Beautiful. A beautiful relationship. Now, the other person may not make that commitment to you. You're making it. You can't control. You can't get somebody. You can't talk somebody else into making that commitment to you. You can't. The thing that you want, which is that from somebody, you can give it. You can tell that to somebody. Can't make somebody give it to you. But you're responsible for your honor, not theirs. So it's been my pleasure to present to you the 6 best ways to hurt someone's feelings